So now we'll be learning about the generations of computers. There are several generations of computer, and each and every generation of computer had played a very vital role. There are 5 generations of computers, and each and every generation came with a new technology and many changes in it. The present day the computers have evolved after several decades of the effort. Now we'll be learning about each and every generation. Now we are going to start with the first generation. See, what about the first generation? That it was bulky, expensive, it consumed more power, there was not so much of internal storage in that, means it could not store upon many large amount of data, and it also used to work very slow. Examples are ENIAC, UNIVAC. In the last part I have told you about ENIAC. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, and UNIVAC stands for Universal Automatic Computer. First ENIAC came, and after that UNIVAC came. UNIVAC came in 1951. ENIAC was invented by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert, and it weighed approximately about 30 tons and consumed 200 kilowatts of electricity, and UNIVAC weighed approximately 13,000 kilograms. Now the second generation, you all can see the pictures there are given on your sites of this book. Second generation was faster than the first generation of computers. As I told you that the first generation computers were very slow in speed and they didn't have any internal storage. Second generation computers consumed lesser power than the first generation computers, means वो कम power कंज्यूम करते थे और ये ज़्यादा पावर कंज्यूम करते हैं. Less expensive than first generation computers. The first generation computers were very much expensive, but the second generation computers were less expensive. They had a larger storage capacity. The storage capacity, the internal storage was very small in the first one, and in the second one it was larger. Now we'll come on to the third generation. The third generation computers were very small in size, but they were faster and they were less bulky. Bulky means they were not so heavy, means वो भारी नहीं थे. They produced less heat and lesser maintenance, means they didn't require any maintenance, any service of it. Now the examples are IBM 360 and 370 series, Apple 1. The years are also mentioned downwards. You people need to learn the years as well. Now we'll shift onwards to the fourth generation. The fourth generation was compact. It was more efficient, less costly. It was not so costly, and it had a greater storage capacity as compared to the first, second and the third generation. See the pictures given over here. Over here the input is the input operations examples are given: keyboard, scanner and so on. Output operations were monitor, printer, plotter and speaker. The fifth generation computers were very large storage capacity. They had a very large storage capacity. They also had a high processing speed. Aims to develop computer that can think, understand and act like humans, means they wanted to develop such a machine, such a type of a computer that that machine could react as a human and understand the feelings like a human does. It is based on artificial intelligence. They have given you an example of Google self-driving car, means a car that didn't had a driver. The examples are Cray CS300 PARA RAM. Artificial intelligence use. See, our input operations are voice and speech recognition, touch devices, means voice and speech recognition ki like we are saying something, so the speech could be recognized, the voice could be recognized. Output operations, advanced printer and plotter drones. Now types of computers. See, computers can be classified on the basis of their size, speed and storage capacity. The different types of computers are described below, means कंप्यूटर्स को हम लोग डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू उनके साइज़ के अकॉर्डिंग, उनकी स्पीड के अकॉर्डिंग एंड उनकी इंटरनल स्टोरेज के अकॉर्डिंग. Microcomputers, the laptops and the computers which are there in the computer lab are the microcomputers. Microcomputers are designed for personal use, means for हमारे personal use के लिए होते हैं. Therefore these computers are also called as personal computers. I have told you in the earlier class, also in the earlier chapter, like they are also known as personal computers or PC. Microprocessors are used in these computers. Some features of microcomputers are they are small in size but they are powerful. They are not very expensive because क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा महंगे नहीं होते हैं. They are used at home, they are used in school, they are used in banks, hospitals and so on. Made up of hardware, operating system and application software. Desktop, laptop, palm tablet and smartphone are some microcomputers. Example IBM PC, Apple, Macintosh. Now we'll come on to mini computers. This is a picture of a mini computer. Mini computer, it have a higher processing speed and more storage capacity as compared to microcomputers. Means this mini computer, the name is mini but it has a higher processing speed, means it can process the data very fastly, and it has a storage capacity, large storage capacity as compared to microcomputers. These computers are costlier than microcomputers. Microcomputers are not so much expensive, but these mini computers are very much expensive. Mini computers are bigger in size. See, they are bigger in size as compared to the microcomputers, and these computers can support hundreds of users simultaneously. Means many of them can support at a time. These computers are used in big organizations like banks, industries, universities, research center. Means where there is more workload, these many computers are used in that places, such as in industries, in universities and so on. Examples are there: PDP 11, IBM 8000 series. Now mainframe computers. These are the mainframe computer. Mainframe computers are big in size and can process data at an extremely high speed. They can process the data in a very high speed. These are very powerful and expensive computers. These are more expensive than the mini computers as well as the micro computers. Mainframe computers have a large memory. They also have a very large memory. These computers can effectively handle a huge amount of data. These computers can tackle hundreds and thousands of instructions at the same time. Means whatever the instructions are given by the user, they can tackle hundreds and thousands of instructions at a time. Means एक टाइम पे वो बहुत सारे instructions को follow कर लेते हैं. These computers are also used in large organizations. See, these computers are also used in large organizations. Means बड़ी बड़ी field में these are being used, such as banks, stock exchange, railways, airline ticket reservation centers and so on. Go through the examples very clearly. Now supercomputers. Supercomputers are more powerful computers. These computers can tackle thousands of instructions per second. Therefore they have an extremely fast processing speed. Means the speed of processing the data which is being processed is at a very high speed. Supercomputers are very much expensive. They are more expensive. These computers are specifically used to perform complex calculations and for weather forecasting, satellite control. Means this machine, this supercomputer is used to tell us and to manage the calculations. Means complex calculation, not the easy calculations, the complex calculation about the weather, related to weather forecast, satellite control, space research and so on. Examples: Cray 1, Cray 2, PA RAM, ETA, Tiane 2, Grape, Gravity, Pi. Go through this info box. PA RAM 8000 was the India's first supercomputer which was designed and assembled by CDAP Pune. It was installed in 1991. we are done with the chapter. If you are facing any doubt, you people can surely ask it in the doubt session. You will be getting the related question answers to it. Do all the question answers in the fair notebook and go through the years and the name of the computers and the calculators by which the engine is being invented very thoroughly. Thank you.